Let's pull some cards to find out what it is your person is currently thinking about you. Okay, I love that we have the Lovers card coming out right away. So definitely a strong finish. And the Queen of Cups. Okay, Goddess Queen Baddie with the Eight of Wands coming through as well. Okay, Eight of Cups, Queen of Wands. We have the Lovers. The first card to come out was the Knight of Cups. So this is somebody who is quite young at heart. This is somebody who is very, it's like, when they want something or when they want someone, they have to have it, and they have to have it in a way that nobody else can have it. This is somebody who's there's like a very powerful energy. So maybe when you met this person, their energy spoke to you very loudly. Confirmed with the Lovers here. So this to me is that energy of this is meant to be. This is a connection that regardless of where it ends up, this was destined to come together. So with the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Wands, I feel like they view you as quite magical. Whimsical is also coming to mind. One with the Earth. They also love how free-spirited you are. They love the way that you flow with the world around you. One thing that they've noticed about you is the way that you interact with the world around you. You just have this energy of ease. It's something that they've never quite experienced in love with someone else, and that's what draws them to you, is the fact that you have this higher perspective on life. It feels like they can learn something from you, and it also feels like they can learn and grow with you. So with the Page of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Page of Swords, they also feel almost this energy of challenge. Like they take this connection as a challenge. It's not necessarily something that they feel like they have to win you over in. It's more just like they try to figure out, they feel like they've figured you out, and then all of a sudden they meet another version of you, or you grow beyond whatever you were previously, and then they're like, oh, okay, like this is good too. And then another level comes in and they're like, oh, okay, this is good too. I really feel like this person is finally grasping onto this concept of realizing that you are not like the rest. And also what's coming through is that they are starting to realize that you have a very sensitive soul, like a very, very sensitive side to you, very emotional. So maybe you're somebody who cries a lot, or maybe it doesn't take much to make you cry. I also see with the Moon card coming out here, I feel like they wonder about your past. That's coming through here. They wonder about your past. They wonder why someone would lose you, or why people would risk losing you, or what made it not work in the past with someone else. I'm hearing them questioning that. With the Nine of Swords here, I feel like they're realizing that you're very vulnerable. Your pureness of heart, like your purity of heart, is what has always been what draws people to you. And that just happens to be what also has pushed people away from you, because you've taken the time to choose better for yourself. And it's like when this person met you, you had decided to leave all of that behind. You had decided to start again. You're not somebody who holds on to the past. You're somebody who willingly accepts the future. I feel like it wouldn't be a reading if Rosie didn't lose her shit over something. And then with the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups coming out, they are also beginning to understand your connection on a deeper level. They're understanding how much stability you actually need in a partner. Like they're realizing that they can't come into this connection half of who they are meant to be. They have to be fully in it. They have to be fully committed. And I don't feel like this is something that even necessarily scares this person. I actually feel like with the Ten of Cups, this is something that they've always wanted. They've always wanted to experience this in love. They've always wanted to be given a chance to prove that they are worthy of such a love with someone, or worthy of something beyond what they've experienced previously. With the Two of Wands, I feel like you met this person when they were ready for a change, when they were ready to grow beyond everything that they've previously known. And with the Ten of Wands, I feel like what drew this person to you the most was just how much you stood out. Like I said in the beginning, it's the way that you interact with people how big your heart, how much space you have, how much patience you have to hold space for people. You changed so many people's lives, and you changed this person's life as well. I feel like this person is starting to understand that their life is what it is because of you, and is what they want the future to be with you. With the Six of Wands and the Two of Swords, this is not how this person has previously acted in love either. This is a completely different energy than they've previously shown. I feel like that's why this person is kind of back and forth and hot and cold, is because of imposter syndrome. Like, they've never been this version of themselves with anyone else. Like, you are the first to experience this with the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. You make this person want to do it all for you, like give it all to you. With the Queen of Pentacles, and you, like, you're something that they have never experienced. This person really wants to be able to offer themselves to you. And the Seven of Cups, again, there's this energy of planning a future together with the King of Wands coming out in the Five of Swords. You are someone that they want by their side. And you are also, you bring out their protector instinct is what's coming through as well. You almost, it's like you give them a sense of purpose. And that is what is drawing them to your energy right now. And without you, it's almost like they've lost that sense of purpose. So if you're currently not speaking to this person, or you're just waiting for a little bit more of confirmation with this person, maybe try acting a little bit helpless just to have that confirmation of, oh yeah, like this person is being activated to step forward to care for me in a way that a masculine should, a divine masculine should. So if you are looking for that confirmation, just give them an opportunity. Don't spell it out for them, but give them the opportunity, the space to show you. With the Four of Swords, you don't have to protect yourself from this person. I feel like you've been doing a lot of protecting. You think that you're protecting, but you're really just blocking your blessing. And with the Queen of Swords, you have such a powerful energy. Your energy is very intimidating to this person as well. And with the Star on the bottom, you are as good as it gets for this person. Like, you are the top. You are the top tier. Like, you are it. Okay? Stop doubting your self-worth in this connection, because this person knows it. This person sees you as the end all, the have all, the everything there ever will be. Okay? Let this be your confirmation. Get out of your head. Get into your body. Nurture yourself. Because this person knows. So maybe it's just a matter of you realizing that, so that you can truly align in that energy together. If you do feel called to dive in further at this time to your personal love connection, you can click the link in my bio to visit my website, and I look forward to channeling for you if and whenever you feel called. You have already been chosen. There is something quietly devastating about doubting a love that has already decided on you. Not devastating in the dramatic sense, in the quiet daily sense of someone who keeps looking for evidence of something that has already been established, who keeps asking questions that have already been answered, who keeps protecting themselves from a threat that has already passed. The armor is still on. The walls are still up. And behind them, completely unaware of the fortress that has been built in their honor, someone is simply standing there, patient, certain, already decided, waiting for you to open the door. This is where you are right now. And the being so loved, so specifically, and completely chosen, while simultaneously being so unsure of it, is something I want to sit with before we go any further. Because I think you need to understand not just what this person feels for you, but why your uncertainty about it makes a particular kind of sense, and why it is now, gently but firmly, time to let it go. You have a way of moving through the world that most people notice before they have words for it. And it is not loud. It is not performed. It is something in the quality of your presence. The ease with which you inhabit your own life, the naturalness of your connection to the world around you. The sense that you are genuinely here rather than managing your being here from a careful distance. People feel something when they are around you before they have consciously identified what it is. A settling, a particular quality of warmth that is not manufactured for their benefit, but simply exists the way certain places have an atmosphere that changes something in you the moment you step inside them. This person felt it from the beginning, before they had language for it, before they had decided what to do with it. And what they have been doing since, in the quiet of their own private experience, is trying to understand it, not to diminish it or rationalize it away, to honor it, to find the words for what they are encountering so they can hold it properly rather than grasping at it inadequately. Here is what they have arrived at. You are unlike anyone they have loved before. And that is not a compliment offered casually the way people offer compliments, as social currency, as a way of making someone feel good in the moment. It is a private, honestness, slightly humbling assessment that they made alone without anyone watching. In the moments when they were being most truthful with themselves about what this connection is and what it is asking of them. Before you, love looked a certain way, had a certain shape, fit within a certain set of expectations about what relationships require and what they produce. And then you arrived with your depth, your sensitivity, your enormous capacity to hold space for people. The particular purity of your heart that makes you both magnetic and somehow difficult to locate for people who are not used to encountering something that genuine. And the old shape simply did not fit anymore. You do not fit inside any previous version of what they thought love looked like. And rather than finding that disorienting, they find it after the initial adjustment, like discovering that the world is larger than they had previously understood. Like finding out a color exists that they never had a name for. Something that enriches rather than complicates. Something that makes everything that came before it feel like a rough draft. There is something I want to tell you about how they experience you in practice, because it is one of the most quietly moving parts of all of this. Every time they think they have understood you, have taken the full measure of who you are and what you hold, you grow, you shift.
You reveal another layer that was always there, but was not yet visible. And their response to that is not a frustration or the defensiveness of someone whose framework is being repeatedly challenged. It is something closer to delight. A private, genuine, slightly odd delight at encountering someone who cannot be fully known, who continues to unfold, who will be interesting and worth paying attention to, not just in the early season of infatuation, but for as long as they are lucky enough to be in your presence. They have realized something that most people take years to understand, and about the people they love, if they ever understand it at all. You are not a fixed destination. You are a direction, and they want to keep walking in that direction indefinitely. They also wonder about your past, not intrusively, with the particular tender confusion of someone who genuinely cannot understand how people could have let someone like you go. They have turned the question over quietly. What happened before? What made it not work? Who the people were who were given access to your heart and did not treat that access with the care it deserved. And the conclusion they keep arriving at is not that something was wrong with you, but that those people were simply not ready for you, not equal to what you were offering, not capable of meeting you in the depth you were extending into, so they stayed on the surface, and eventually the gap became too large to maintain the connection. You're leaving those situations is not something they see as failure. They see it as self-knowledge, as the dignified act of someone who knows their own worth, even when they are still learning to feel it consistently. And here is the unexpected emotional truth that I think will shift something in you if you let it land. They are experiencing something with you that they have never experienced before, and it is making them slightly clumsy. The hot and cold, the back and forth, the moments of intensity followed by retreating. You may have read all of that as ambivalence, as evidence that they are not sure, as the familiar signs of someone who is interested, but not quite interested enough to be fully present. And I understand why, because you have seen those signs before, attached to people who genuinely were not sure, and you learned through experience what they usually mean. But what you are encountering here is something different. This is what it looks like when someone has never been this version of themselves with another person and does not yet fully trust that what they are feeling is allowed to be this large. This is the particular vulnerability of someone who is stepping into territory they have no previous map for, who is being more honest, more open, more genuinely themselves with you than they have been with anyone, and who sometimes retreats not because they want to be somewhere else, but because the intensity of being this real with another person occasionally becomes more than their nervous system knows how to sustain without a brief reorientation. They have never shown anyone this version of themselves. You are the first. Now I want to speak to you directly, because this next part is the most important part, and I need you to hear it clearly. You have been protecting yourself from someone who is not the threat your protection was designed for. The walls you built, and they were built for good reason, from real material, after real experiences that warranted the construction. Those walls are now the only thing standing between you and a love that has already fully committed to you. Not potential commitment, not approaching commitment. Current, decided, irreversible commitment that exists in this person's interior world right now, regardless of whether you have seen sufficient external evidence of it to allow yourself to believe it. They see you as the pinnacle, not one option among several that they are thoughtfully weighing, not the best available choice in a field of alternatives. You. Specifically, the end of the search. The person against whom every previous experience presents is measured and found to be a shadow of what was possible. Your doubt about this is the only obstacle that remains. Here is the deep realization that I think reframes this entire story. The things that have historically made love difficult for you, the depth of your feeling, the sensitivity of your heart, the purity with which you love even when love has not been returned in kind. These are not the reasons love has been complicated. They are the reasons this particular love found you. They are the qualities that made you visible to someone whose own depth was looking for something genuine enough to finally rest inside. You were not too much. You were the right amount for the wrong people. And the right person, the one who can hold the full volume of what you carry, has been making their way toward you through exactly the terrain they nadded to travel to become capable of receiving. They are here now, and what they carry into the space between you is a sense of purpose they have not felt before. Not the abstract purpose of ambition or achievement, the specific, grounded, relational purpose. Someone who has found what they are for. Being in your life gives them direction, gives them something to step into more fully than they might otherwise. And the thought of not being in your life produces in them the particular kind of disorientation that only comes from losing something that felt on a very deep level like where you are supposed to be. So I want to leave you with this because it is both simple and the most difficult thing to actually do. Stop doubting your place in this connection. Not because doubt is unreasonable. It is completely understandable given everything you have been through and everything you have learned about how love can disappoint. But because the doubt is now the only thing that is keeping this from being what it already is in every way that matters, get out of your head and into your body, into the part of you that already knows, that knew when you first encountered their energy, that has been knowing even through all the moments of uncertainty and question. You have already been chosen. You were chosen before they had decided to choose you. You were chosen before they understood what they were choosing. You were chosen at a level that precedes decision. The level where something simply is, the way certain things simply are, without requiring justification or explanation. The only remaining question is whether you will choose them back. Not out of obligation, not out of relief that someone finally sees you, but from the same clear, grounded, genuine place they are operating from. From the place that knows this is real, because it is. And you deserve to live inside that reality, rather than standing at its edge, guarding yourself from the very thing you have been asking for. Open the door. They have been waiting there the whole time.